Hey guys, and welcome back. I have my brother here. We're taking a look at his budget, kind of doing like a mid-month check-in type of thing. So a couple things I wanted to quickly say before we jump into the video. He hasn't tracked his expenses kind of the way that we thought he would, just because he had cash and a couple gift cards and he's kind of intermixed all of that. So we're not going to show tracking on this monthly page this month, but in the following month he's gonna try and do that. So for now we're just going to use this page here, kind of fill in what he spent and then see what he has left over. That's kind of what I do for my budget. I use this page to kind of see where I'm at, but obviously instead of having like week 1, week 2, week 3 and so on, he has, you know, his categories that he wants to spend. So we're just gonna jump right into it. So for groceries, and he had a little mix up with some of his receipts, so he's looking directly on his bank statement to see what he spent so far. So what we're gonna do is, what is today, the 14th? So we're just going to say week 1 and week 2. And then at the top we're just going to say spent and remaining, just so we have an idea of how he's doing so far and how much he has left for the rest of the month. So for groceries on your bank statement, what does it say that you spent so far?
$29.47.
$29.47. And then you said you also had a few things that weren't included there, right?
Yeah, it was the Panda Express and
Subway.
So
how much were those? An estimate of what they were?
17, 18.
So why don't we just go with 18? So $18 for those two. He used cash for those, so he doesn't remember exact amounts, which is fine. In the future, you probably want to make sure you keep those receipts, especially if you're paying with cash, or just mark like, okay, I spent $20 because I took cash out. So $18 for that, and then today you spent how much when we went grocery shopping?
$39.
$39. And so that's it for groceries, right?
Yeah.
So far he's paid $86.47 on groceries. $86.47. And let's flip on to his budget really quickly to see what he originally had budgeted. So it looks like we said $150 for groceries. So if you subtract that from $150, you have $63.53 left over. So do you think that's an okay amount?
That's
for
reasonable for me.
Because that's technically, you have about $32 left for the rest, or $32 per week.
Yeah.
So I think that's doable for you, because you usually don't spend too much, and you've already stocked up on a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on to the next category, which is transportation. So we'll do the same thing, week 1, week 2. Do you have everything on your bank account, or did you pay some things in cash as well?
Everything's in the bank account because Uber and that's basically
even your
well, the train ticket. The train ticket was $8 weekend pass, and then I got 2 Green Line tickets, so that's $3 a piece, so 6.
Okay, and then what do you have there?
$112.41.
$112.41. So right now he's at $126.41, and does that include the $20 that you gave to your friend?
No, that didn't include that.
So plus 20. So right now he's at $146.41 for transportation. So let's look and kind of see what he budgeted. Looks like for transportation he said $150. So you don't have a ton left over. So it looks like you have $3.59 remaining for that category, which obviously won't be enough, right?
Yeah, I guess I'm not going anywhere.
You're gonna be over budget. But that's okay, because this is his first time budgeting. So there are definitely going to be weeks or months where you think you can survive off of a certain amount and you just can't. And that doesn't mean that you don't go anywhere or that you don't get an Uber if you need to go to work. It just means that you have to adjust it going forward. So that's good. Next thing is date night. Did you guys go on any dates lately?
No, I just went to her house and hung out. This week we didn't do anything.
I know a lot of people got really confused by the fact that I said that he was single and then I said he had a girlfriend. I really meant that he wasn't married and they're not like living together. He's not responsible for her expenses. So for me, like when I say single, I mean that you're not married. So for date night, you really haven't spent anything.
No, anything yet.
1 and 2, so $0, and let's see what you budgeted. You budgeted $200 for date night. $200. So you have $200 remaining, which is nice because the nice thing about budgeting is you budgeted that money to go out. So let's say you guys don't end up going out, you know, you don't do any date nights for the rest of the month. You can transfer some of that money over to your transportation category. And in total, you won't be over budget in that aspect.
Well, so also could move to next month because Valentine's Day is coming up.
That's true. That's true.
That's got to be in the budget next month.
Yeah, so those are his main categories. So he's doing pretty well, except for transportation. But again, that's just something that you just never really know your first month of budgeting. So let's kind of take a look at some of the other things that he had budgeted. So it looks like rent. You already paid your rent, right? Mm-hmm. So let's check that off. And then did you also pay your cell phone already?
Paid the cell phone already.
Okay, so all of his bills to pay are done. So that's a nice thing to have there, just so you know that you're not missing any payments. So your rent was the same, right? Mm-hmm. Your cell phone was the same? Mm-hmm. Groceries, we did that. Transportation, did that. Date night. Did you get your hair cut?
I'm doing that this week.
Okay, so we don't know how he's doing there. Birthday, nothing, right? Macy doesn't need anything, so that's $100. And then skiing, we're actually going next weekend. So is there anything else that you bought that you that we really didn't include in your budget? Anything that was unbudgeted that you spent money on? I don't think so, right?
Yeah, I can't think of anything as of right now.
So yeah, so far he's doing pretty well. I guess the main thing to like focus on going forward is to try and cut back on the transportation if you can. But also like tracking expenses, because it's not ideal to kind of estimate what you're spending, because then you're not 100% sure. Like I know when me and Jason started budgeting when we first got married, we would say, oh, we spent about $100 on groceries. Oh, we spent about $120 on groceries, and we were always wrong. We always missed, like, oh, we just ran to the store to get bagels or something. You never include those, and so you really do want to track. Either make sure that you're using your debit card every single time, that way you can track it right through your bank account, or make sure that you just take cash out and you document that. Whatever way you do it, just so that you have these spent numbers, because knowing your actual amounts are huge. So anyway, that is about it. Mm-hmm. So you're doing pretty well so far, right?
I guess. I feel like some places I might have forgot.
Yeah, well,
little things.
That's why the tracking is key. But going forward, we'll keep working on it. So anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I know that you guys really like the fact that he's willing to show his real numbers. So I appreciate you doing that, because I know a lot of people like to have like some real idea of what's going on. But so far it seems like you're definitely going to at least save, you know, the $300 or so that you should save, if even more. Yeah. So yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sure we'll be back with some more follow-ups as time goes on, and we will see you guys next time. Bye guys.
Bye guys.